And we're on to Sundays Who Would Win, brought to us by Egotistical Ghost, who asked a really fun idea. What if, or who would win, Nanny Mcphee versus Stewie, Mandy from Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, and Eric Cartman? So basically lining up, Nanny McPhee is, it's a little ambiguous, but it's implied she's an immortal witch of some kind. Kind of like a Mary Poppins-esque figure who uses her powers to pretty much, help kids when they need. It's like when you need my help but don't want my help, I'll be here. When you want me here but don't need me here, that's when my job is done. She's got numerous powers, including animal control, people control to some degree, hypnotic spells, telekinesis. Um, I just went over a couple of those. Her teaching lessons, she can physically transform herself to some degree. She's got quite a bit of power, and she's got amazing perseverance and self control. And she can be, her patience knows no bounds, and she's extremely good at what she does. Going down the list, Eric Cartman is just a bratty kid who, is amazingly resourceful. He's concocted a lot of plans, but he's just a little spoiled brat. Granted, he's messed up enough that even Cthulhu didn't mess him up. So, take that for what it's worth. But he's still just a little brat. Mandy is probably the most cynical of the two. She's also, I think, the oldest of the three. Mandy, I think she's the oldest of the three. I think. I don't know. I can't remember exactly what their ages are. I think Cartman and them are like in fourth grade still. And I know Stewie's like one, but I think Manny might be the oldest. She's also the most cynical, kind of just like depressed or whatever. Not depressed, just negatively emotional and all that. But she's dealt with supernatural on multiple occasions, being, having her own personal Grim Reaper. And Stewie is easily the smartest of the three, but he's also the youngest and also immature at the points too. But he's also the inventor. He can develop things that can, aid in certain situations. So let's say these three are all just in a house and they're wreaking havoc. Mandy, honestly, is probably the one that's doing the least amount of damage. And probably the one that would just be like, yeah, frankly, you idiots. Honestly, it would really be Cartman who's doing the least amount of damage. But for the sake of this, or who is doing the most damage, and Stewie and Manny are probably just honestly just not doing much. However, let's, for the sake, just say that they're all wreaking havoc. Nanny McPhee comes, and initially she kind of puts them in their place, using telekinesis, putting them in their place. Now, I believe of the three, Manny's the one who quickly just accepts the scenario at hand because she's dealt with Grimm for so long, and Grimm's probably there too. It's like, oh, thank God you're here, McPhee. It's like, Grimm, oh my, what are you doing here? It's a long story. Can you do something about these brats? That was my bad, did you? I could do a better one if I really tried. But could you do something about these brats? Come on. It's like that's why I'm here, Grim. It's like, wait, oh yes, this is Nanny McPhee. She does wonders with children. Have fun, you two. And she starts, putting them in their place, kind of, manipulating them. Now, I will say that her ability to manipulate kids and make them do things, I don't think that would work as well on Mandy. Of the three, Cartman's going to be the easiest one to use it on. Stewie's smart, but he's also a 1-year-old. I'm certain she can appease him pretty easy just by giving him like a cookie or something. Granted, that's not exactly what you do, but she can appease him probably the easiest. Mandy, I think she would actually have some trouble because she's so cynical and because she's dealt with the Grim Reaper. She might struggle a bit with Mandy, but Mandy's, we've shown, has been affected by magic in the past anyway, so it's not like she's immune to it. She's more resistant to mind magic, I think. Still, though, Manny's also the one that I think would just be willing to just go with what's happening regardless, just to stay in line, because she just doesn't care. Manny's too cynical. It's like, look, fine, I'll do what you want. Just stay out of my way, I'll stay out of yours. We good? We good. Whatever Fixie's lessons are. Cartman and Stu are going to be the more difficult of the two remaining ones, particularly Cartman. He's probably going to be the one that's going to be the stall out the most. Stewie might try some, tech on McPhee, but her smell magic's just going to be like, whoop, nope. And it's like, blast! Blast! So eventually, he'll somehow find a way to be appeased by, or she'll find a way to appease him in some way, shape, or form, and just be like, oh, you know what? This isn't so bad. You're actually quite nice. I like you. So something along those lines. Cartman's gonna be the toughest one to kind of bring over to the Taking a nice side of the track, I suppose. Um, oh, that's what that is. And then finishing. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's essentially what what's going to happen is basically the last holdout's going to be Cartman, and Cartman just doesn't have anything that McPhee, because this is not going to be about who kills McPhee, or I mean, granted, Stewie could in theory have make a device accidentally shoot us like whoops and just shoot her in the head, something like that, and then shoot. I suppose that could happen, but that would really be an accident more than anything else. And plus, for all intent and purposes, she's immortal. She's at least ageless. But I have to go with Nanny Mcphee because because of the nature of the characters. Cartman's definitely the most bratty of the three, but he's also got the least ability to do anything of the three. And he's really no different than any of the kids that. Well, I mean, he's far more messed up because of the nature of South Park. But when you break it down, he far more. He's basically just akin to any of the kids she's dealt with in her movies. Mandy would pose a problem using like hypnotic magic, but Mandy would probably be the most compliant of the three. Be like, look, I've already dealt with the Grim Reaper and stuff like that, and it's like, look, I'm more content with just doing my thing. If you're content with doing your thing in the house, that's fine too. And Stewie would be the only one who could probably do anything against her with his technology, but at the same time, he's one, and she can probably counter whatever magic more or less or tech he throws at her. So really, I would say Nanny McPhee's probably the only one who could really do anything would be Stewie, and really, I only see him actually killing her, like actually beating her in a fight or something like that would be like a misfire or something like that. Like everything's going great, and he misfires and shoots her in the head. So yeah, I go Nanny McPhee. I will get, but because of that scenario, I will say 95% of the time Nanny McPhee. There's that 5% scenario where Stewie like misfires a gun and shoots her in the head. So yeah, I'll say that. But no, let me know if you think different. If you do, that's cool. Put in the comments below. Anyway, like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review at some point. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, superhero, magic, what if, anything I do on this channel, please put it in the comments below. I will get to it at some point. Who would wins will continue on through Wednesday. I'm trying to think if I have anything else planned. I'll probably do, at some point I'm probably going to do some like top Marvel, but like ranking the Marvel movies and stuff like that. There'll be a Death Battle prediction up on Wednesday because the Death Battle is on Wednesday. I don't know what movie I'm seeing this. I'm going to see Avengers again on Tuesday, but I don't know what movie I'm seeing this week because we got a couple choices, but I don't know what the showings are going to be. I'll actually have to double check that. And of course, the usual box office and what if. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll be back with a what if in a little while. Thanks, and later.